Buffs Nation, we've got some stuff we've got to talk about. We got to ask this question. Can Coach Prime disrupt the entire recruiting cycle for a few teams? Because it appears that Colorado has a very good chance of being the disturbing the peace component and snatch up a 5-star that's going to really ruffle some feathers out there on the West Coast. We've got to talk about that, as well as the Buffs getting a commitment from an in-state player that is a legacy that's probably going to be a pretty solid athlete. He's pretty huge. And so we're going to dive into that also here on the Prime Time for College Football. Before we do that, let's talk about the sponsor for this video.
This video is brought to you by BetUS Sportsbook and Casino.
Are you looking for a new sportsbook this coming season? Well, look no further. BetUS has your answer. They're the official sponsor of this video and of the channel. Right now, they're doing a great promotion where you'll get a 125% sign-on bonus up to $2,000 if you join with the link in the description below. Gotta check it out, man. They do fast and easy deposits and a withdrawal process. The site's very easy to navigate, as you can see. Like one bet that I've been looking at for a bit, and I'm gonna definitely take it, is gonna be this Colorado regular season win total over 5.5. Right now, Vegas is giving it some love at about a -145, which means, listen, hey, you better take this free money. Better not pass on it, because we know the Buffs are going to definitely do better than 5.5 wins this season. So you got to check it out. They got 24/7 personalized service, 365 days a year, live wagering on all major sports, and even better, you'll get 10% back on your net losses twice a year. That's right. They're going to give you some money back. You cannot beat that. So check them out. My link is in the description below. Get you that promotion of 125% sign-up bonus up to $2,000 deposited. And like I said, they're the fastest payouts in the industry. So you definitely got to check them out. But hey, make sure you bet responsibly. Check out BetUS. All right, so it appears that the Buffs are in conversations with the player y'all been wanting, Juju Lewis. Sounds like that an expert just dropped a bombshell. And he talked about how that the Buffs are a team to keep an eye out. We're going to play that in a second, but I want to talk about this commitment that just came down the line in Zane DeSouza. He is a big, and when I say big, I am meaning legitimately like size-wise. He is size-wise a very large human being. He is a big tight end, 6'6", 260 pounds. He is based out of Loveland, Colorado. As I mentioned, he is considered a legacy. And with his ginormous frame, he came in and decided that he wanted to go ahead and commit after his official visit. And it took him no time to do it. And so shout out to Adam Mustertiger out there for the Buffs Stampede on 247. Dropped a nice little article talking about it. 3 days later, his dad played, Daniel DeSouza was a Buff, and he was definitely a big influence on Zane picking Colorado, as well as Coach Prime, right? He felt good. Feel like he's got a good shot of actually playing. And at his size, he better, right? And watching the film and video of him, dude's pretty darn athletic. He's not a player that made me think, oh, yeah, no, he's definitely not going to get a chance. Now, when I watched him play, I said, nah, he's definitely going to get an opportunity just because he's that huge, right? Massive frame, massive player, somebody that Colorado definitely wants to leverage. So check him out. Hop in the comments. Let me know what y'all feel about Zane, him adding to this class. Because when we talk about adding to the class, we got to talk about the big fish that we know that Colorado's going after. That's Juju Lewis. So On3, the guys at On3, Philip Dukes, Big Dukes, who did an interview with Coach Prime, which was pretty dope. Make sure you check it out on On3's channel. He's really cool with Coach Prime. And he started talking about, of course, recruiting and everything. And the conversation around Juju Lewis popped up. And this is what he said. Y'all tell me what y'all think.
Then we also got Julian Lewis. Let's talk a little bit more about Julian Lewis. How do you feel heading out of summer? And, it's still unclear to everybody if Julian Lewis is going to say something about his commitment status coming out. He told me in May at the On3 Elite Series in Nashville that he was going to make a, quote, final decision at some point before his senior season. We know there's a couple more weeks until high school football starts. So, one, what are you hearing on Julian Lewis? And two, are you taking USC or the field when it comes to his commitment?
If I had to make a bet right now, I haven't really gone on record to saying this, but I think Colorado has a lot of momentum when it comes to Julian Lewis. I think things are getting real there. I think that I don't think you're going to see a whole lot of pomp and circumstance around it. I think you're going to look up one day and you're going to see Julian Lewis in the black and gold jersey. If I were to predict that right now,
you're going to wake up one day and see Julian Lewis in a Buffs and black and gold jersey. Look, I'm not saying that my man's is wrong. All I'm saying is that the smoke going on right now is that Julian Lewis is really interested in Colorado. And, yeah, USC is right now where he's committed, and it sounds like USC should still have the lead. But, we're going to keep it honest. We're going to keep it a buck. Because it does sound like Colorado is definitely in the mix and they are disrupting the peace. And so if Coach Prime and him can pull this off, this will be yet another, a consistent 3 years in a row that he's been there, 2 years, 3 recruiting cycles, 2 total seasons that he's been there, that he has snatched up a 5-star from somebody else, right? He got Travis, actually 3 years, if I'm correct, because he snatched up Travis Hunter from Florida State, got him to Jackson State. Then he comes in and he gets Cormani McClain, and then he gets Jordan Seaton, right? So he's starting to stack up his 5 stars and stack up the players he needs to be successful. And if he makes this happen, closer of all closers, right? We have to give this man his props, give this man his due. And so I'm anticipating that Colorado's going to make this happen. Look, let's just say that if the Buffs pull this off, the game has been changed. And when they pull this off, it's going to be a changer for what Prime and him is going to be doing, right? That gives you the quarterback you need going forward with Deion Sanders being gone. You got yourself the quarterback of the future, one that could potentially play early. Now, I am anti-playing freshmen very early, but at the same time, I recognize when a dude's just good, you probably need to go ahead and just throw that man on the field. And so if that happens, man, it's going to be, that's going to be a fun season in the Big 12 because the Big 12 is built to have quarterbacks be successful and quarterbacks go out there and show out. And I could totally see Julian Lewis do that for the Buffs going forward. So let me know what y'all think. You think Dukes is crazy? I think On3 is wrong? Hop in the comments. Let us know how y'all feel about that. And shout out to BetUS for sponsoring this video for us. We're excited about partnering with them. Definitely looking forward to doing more stuff. And besides that, let us know what y'all think. Drop the video of the coaches. Make sure y'all check out the coaching staff because some of y'all don't know who they is. Y'all need to understand their NFL experience and why Julian Lewis is considering them. Make sure y'all subscribe, and we'll have more content coming soon.